show you how to make these little flowers, which I've made into a bracelet. So basically what it is it's just two different types of flowers, one sewed on top of the other. So I'm using embroidery thread, and today I'm using a 2mm hook for the back flower and a 1.1mm hook for the top flower. So I'm going to use green for the back flower. Now you can use wool of course, but I'm just using embroidery thread today because it's finer. So for the back flower, you're going to start off by making a magic circle with your 2mm hook and chain 1. And into the magic circle you're going to do 20 double crochets. So I am using American terms, and it can be a bit tricky when it's this small. So 1, 2, so put 20 double crochets into the magic ring. 18. So I've 18 now, 2 more to do. 19 and 20. And then just slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet in the round, and you can pull your thread and it'll tighten up. Doesn't have to be completely tight. So that's the middle of your first flower. Now the next thing you're going to do is chain 1, and into the same stitch do a single crochet. Into the next stitch do a double crochet, 1, and into the next stitch do 3 double crochets, all into the same stitch. So 1, 2, and 3, all into the same stitch. Put a double crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch, and that is 1 petal done. Now chain 1, and into the next stitch do a double crochet, into the next stitch 3 double crochets, all into the same stitch, 2 and 3, and a double crochet into the next stitch, and a single crochet into the next stitch, and that's your second petal done. Third petal, chain 1, a double crochet into the next stitch, 3 double crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2, and 3, and a double crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch, and repeat this 2 more times, so you should have 5 petals in all. So I've just done my last triple double crochet into the 1 stitch, and you should have 1 stitch left, and you do a double crochet into it, and then you can just slip stitch into the beginning of your flower, and then chain 1, and you can cut your thread and pull that through, and you can just pull that tight, and that keeps it your project from unraveling. So that's what the bottom half should look like. So you can just weave that little piece in. And now I'm going to show you how to make the top of the flower. So for this, I'm going to change over to the 1.1 millimeter hook, and I'm going to use this fuchsia pink color. So you start off by making a slip knot like that, and chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and join into the first chain to make a very small circle. Now, very hard to see, but there is a circle there. And then chain 1. And into the center of that ring, put 6 single crochet. So this can be quite tricky because it's so small. So 1, 2, and 6. And then just join to the first single crochet of that round with a slip stitch. Now chain 1 for the next round and do a single crochet into the same stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet into the next stitch. And you repeat that 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the next stitch. So repeat that 3 more times. So you should have 6 chain 3 to do a 6 petal flower. So you should have you slip stitch into the at the end of that round, and what you're going to do then is you're going to slip stitch into the first chain 3 space for the next round. Chain 1 and do 3 half double crochets into the chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3, and a single crochet, and slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. Chain 1, do 3 half double crochets into the chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3, single crochet, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. And you basically repeat this the whole way around until you come back to the beginning. So I've just done my last single crochet in the last petal, and what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to slip stitch in between the first and last petal, chain 1, cut the thread, and if you pull that right through, and that is your flower that goes on top, and then you just cut your threads. Now you're probably better off weaving that, you know, in and out. So you would then sew that on. You can either use embroidery thread or you can use ordinary pink thread, and that's your flower.